Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Rural Report. I am your Rural 2IC, and we're going to continue the coverage of what's going on over in the Hamas and Israeli conflict. Well, I guess war now. It has been officially declared a war. It's been extremely hard to keep up with this, and as I've said in previous videos, this is much, much different with the way that social media is, the way that everybody has a cell phone and cameras everywhere, the way that horrific um, things are just being broadcast without, just it's very difficult. It really is to look at this, especially I've seen way too many, one's too many, but I've seen way too many videos involving uh, children, and that just it eats at me. I don't want to see it. I know it's a part of war. It's a sad, um, really horrible, evil part of war, but it is a part of war. Um, but with that, let's just jump into this one because here in Ohio, if you can see over my shoulder there, it is a chilly, cloudy day here. It is breezy. Um, it's like, I don't know, 59 or so, and I'm out here in short sleeves. So let's try and make this quick. Let me move over because I will be pointing and putting up some posts and whatnot. So, um, first, right here. So Netanyahu comes on and says that airstrikes in Gaza are just the beginning, and what Israel will do is going to resonate for generations to come. Um, we will see how true that is. This feels very different. When you are a leader of a country, you have to speak strong words, you have to speak with intensity, you have to speak with power, not only for your people to trust and follow you, that you are doing what's best for the country and in their best interest, as well as your enemies, that you mean business. So we will see how true this comes. It's a very, very scary statement to make, but it is a bold one. So we'll see how in the days and hours that lead up to this, because it kind of looks like with everything that's going on that there is a ground invasion very imminent. A lot of signs, a lot of chatter point to within the next 12 hours ish, maybe 2 days at the most. I'm sure they're waiting on some positioning and some intelligence before they go in. But let's move on. Next one. Hamas has come on and has now threatened to execute one hostage per airstrike, broadcasting it live on TV for the world to see. Now, if you take a step back, that to me, and we've talked about this a lot, that is a way to get not only people like you and me that, we're not gearing up to run over there and fight. We are spectators in this, and this gets people to do things based on emotion as my notes fly up. And so this not only gets us to voice our opinion, because you have to do major decisions a lot of the time with public support. And so to put something out really gets the public outraged like this, especially if this does start to happen. So far, I haven't seen it happen. I haven't heard about it happening. But this also gets the other side to where it gives them a timeline. It gives them, do they call out? Is this a bluff? Or, is this, it's all a threat at this point. Nothing's actually happened. So it really plays on emotions. So next, Hezbollah claims to have 250,000 missiles at the ready, and then tells the US of A If they intervene directly, there will be no need for red lines. Threatens that all American locations in the Middle East, so anything that's a military target, an embassy, anything along those lines, will become targets. We have bases all over the place, and especially in that area. Uh, and with all the NATO things going on, the stuff in China going on, all the exercises going on, we are spread pretty thin, as well as not hitting recruitment numbers. This is a bad time for all this to be happening. But again, a lot of this right now is just words. It's threats. Until there's an action put behind it, we will see how true any of this becomes. The important part is to remain calm, strategically think about things, and not act on emotion. So let's move on. The Israeli government responds that if Hezbollah joins, they will destroy Damascus, which I know this has become very biblical for a lot of people. I will not be getting into religion or anything along those lines. It's not my area to get in on, so I will respectfully not entertain any sort of discussion, at least on here. Not only do they say that they'll go after Damascus, but they'll also target the Syrian president, Bashar al-Assad. So that, again, is another threat and a very bold statement. We'll see how well that, either comes into effect or doesn't come into effect. But again, that's a very dangerous thing to say, especially going by name a leader of a country. So, hopefully that this may, miraculously by a miracle, something happens to where none of this, comes in. Let me see if I can move that. That sun is coming right into that tree. And we don't have to see if anything, is. Next, which I need to move over so that way you can see, the Israeli government now tells its citizens to prepare and stock up for at least 72 hours. Let's stop and think about that. Where have we heard that before? Oh, right, prepping 101. At least have enough for 72 hours to start out with. And as you can see in the picture there, that there is a mass gathering at a lot of stores, especially food stores. And then there's even a quote that all citizens of Israel have to equip themselves. You take that for what that is. You're not saying prepare for 72 hours. You're not saying gather food and water. You're saying equip. And there's a little line underneath that, if you caught it, that says that Tel Aviv or Israel is not going to be able to protect all Israeli citizens, and that's extremely true. The same thing if something happens here. Our resources, our manpower is limited. That is why you should do everything in your power to prepare and defend for yourselves, to fend for yourselves. That you should be in a state of readiness, that whatever happens, whatever natural disaster, whatever the event is, that you have the ability, that your family, your friends, your loved ones, your mag, your tribe, your group, whatever it is, that you can handle business. You can take care of it. If somebody does come, great. If they don't, you've got this handled. So, another one besides yesterday, if you tuned into yesterday's video, the Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier, which is the Strategic Strike Group 12, I believe. I checked on it this morning, and the tracking had it I want to say about 8 or so this morning, just south of Greece. So by the time that this video release, they should be right about there in the vicinity. And then not only that, but now it is confirmed 2 B-52 bombers have landed in Israel. So not in the area. We have 2 B-52 bombers on ground in Israel. Now there is rumors about some fighter jets, some I can't remember which ones they are, so I won't try and say which ones or how many. I know that there was different ones of up to 20 or 20 plus that was supposed to head over and be either around or in. I've only saw some rumors. I couldn't see anything on confirming it. The B-52, there was pictures and some other things that did confirm it, so that's why I went ahead and included it in here. So this does look like this is escalating. This does look like we could have a major involvement in this, as much as I really hope that we don't. If you are a religious person, this is a great time to pray. Pray that this stops. Pray that something happens, some intervention, so that way this doesn't escalate any further. Because this is something that can be used as a excuse to where our B-52 is there. Now, you have seen reports, I'm sure, that the airports are being targeted. I don't know why you would land an airplane in there, especially one of our biggest airplanes and really kind of valuable airplanes. If a rocket goes off and some piece of concrete from the runway bounces up and scratches the paint, I'm sure that's an excuse of we've been attacked and we must act. So this is becoming extremely dangerous minute by minute. It seems like every time that I check my sources from different media, from different websites, from Telegram to whatever, it seems like I will read and read and read and get close to where I kind of feel like I've got caught up. I will put my phone down, I will walk away from things, get some things done, and when I come back, it is 200, 300 things, and it's only been an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. Things are rapidly evolving, rapidly changing. But I did run across this. This is, how do I want to put this? This is not a confirmation. I can't find anything other than the actual report per se. I found it very interesting, so I wanted to put it up here just to see if anything comes out about it. That's actually the last thing on my note list, so I'll put it right here. That according to the International Study of War Organization, Russia wants to create a new military district and is seeking to equip positions on the Finnish border for maybe a possibility in a preparation to attack Baltic states. Now, I don't see that. I could be completely wrong. I see no strategic advantage, especially the time of year, especially with everything. I just don't see Russia wanting to open up a two-front war. It's one of them ones, it doesn't matter who you are, you never want to fight a two-front war. I'm going to say it right now, I really think that this might be just a look over here thing. This might be just somebody's essay that got posted. This is all just theory and guessing, unless they have some sort of satellite imagery and then a bunch of boots on the ground and whatever to confirm this. I read through. They have some little movements and some other different things, but nothing that is concrete or proves anything about that. I found it interesting because there is some movements, there is some things up there. I just don't see it unless it's a diversionary thing. Move a couple of things up here, get a bunch of people to react, kind of like what they're doing in Israel. you do some stuff from the north, you move a bunch of assets up that way, and then you attack from the south, and then your forces are split, and you can't take the people from the north, otherwise the north can attack, and that's why you don't do a two-front war. It just splits everything, it makes everything chaotic. You can't focus in one spot. So, all right, video went on a little longer than what I kind of planned on doing. It's definitely getting a little chilly out here, so we'll wrap this up. Stay tuned. I will do my best to give you at least every day and a half ish of what's going on over there for the foreseeable future. I seem to be getting some positive things back from these. So until either this calms down or whatnot, I will be doing this. I will be sprinkling in other content because I know not everybody on this channel wants to see just this, especially this is new. You know, we're in day, what, 3-ish, so 3.5. And so everybody's covering this. So I don't want to be the one that just rehashes what everybody else is rehashing. I want to give you a different take, a different opinion. I want to provide usually everything that I post. You can see, you know, who posted. I'm not here to steal and say, hey, this is all mine. I take the headline, I take the post, I research it, I do my best to verify before I put it out there. And then if you want to go, probably 75+% is all on Telegram. So I make sure that it is on there in case you are on Telegram and you want to go, and that sun just keeps following. In case you want to go and follow them too. And if you want, I can maybe this weekend go through and maybe make a little list of some good people on Telegram to follow that seems to put out some decent news. And with that, just pray for us, pray for the country, pray for the conflict. There's so many innocent people that is suffering right now, that is dying and getting injured, you know, that all they wanted to do was just be left alone and live their lives. So just be careful. Hamas is definitely world renowned for having sleeper cells. I'll probably be making a video on that, taking a dive deeper into that topic to kind of show all the different times that they've had sleeper cells and being activated and things like that, because that's a whole different topic that we can go really deep into. So head on a swivel, nothing to panic about. Just be a little bit more cautious. Take this time to prepare, take it serious, and remember to remain united, as we're all prepping in this together.